Hello, primary class. This is the story from the back of lesson 45 called Escape in a Sack, Part 1. Little Antoinette lived with her mother and her father in a small house on a farm in a faraway land. They grew many kinds of vegetables on their farm. On market days, they put their vegetables into two big sacks and they loaded the sacks onto their donkey, one sack on each side of the donkey's back. Then her mother and father walked the donkey to town where they sold the vegetables at the market. Because it was such a long walk, little Antoinette stayed home on market days. Antoinette and her mother and father all loved Jesus, and they loved the Bible. Even though Christians in that country were hated and punished, her family had chosen to love and obey Jesus, no matter what might happen. Antoinette's mother and father knew that they were in danger all the same. If their enemies found out that they were Christians, they would be punished. Soldiers would come and take them away from their home. Their father might be taken away and they might never see him again. Every day, little Antoinette and her mother and father prayed that Jesus would keep them safe from their enemies. One evening, little Antoinette was hopping around in their little house, trying to see how long she could stay on one foot. Have you ever done that? As she hopped, she sang, "I'm glad my father is a Christian. I'm glad my father is a Christian." Father smiled as he watched his little girl. Then he scooped her up in his arms and put her on his lap. "Try to be quiet," he told her. "Mother is feeling very sad tonight." "Why is Mother sad?" Antoinette wanted to know. "Some of our friends have warned us that soldiers are watching us. They might come at any time to take us to prison," her father said. "So to be safe, we must leave our home, and we will never come back to it. That's why your mother is so sad." Then father told Antoinette that their good friends in the city were going to help them escape from their cruel country. They would sail away on a big ship and go to another country where they would be safe. There they would be able to worship Jesus without any trouble. They wouldn't be afraid that soldiers would come at any time and put them into prison. Antoinette's eyes grew big as she listened to her father. She looked around the room. "Can we take some of our things with us?" she asked. Antoinette's father said that they wouldn't take any of their things with them. No one must know that they were leaving their little home and farm. No one must know that they weren't coming back. "That is why Mother is sad," he said. "She wishes we didn't have to leave our home." Antoinette nodded. She also wished that they didn't have to leave. "Where are we going?" she asked. "Will we go tonight?" Father shook his head. "We will leave tomorrow morning," he told his little girl. To be continued.